Hi, this is Jamie Linton. I'll be your instructor for EDU 653, Emerging Web and Mobile Technologies. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to the course and give you an overview of how the course is structured. I'm also going to take a few minutes to introduce you to Canvas, which is the learning management system we will be using for this course. First things first, you'll need to accept the invitation to join this Canvas site. So prior to the start of the semester, I will be sending out invitations to each of you via email to join this site. You won't be able to access any of the course content, any assignments, until you accept that invitation and join our Canvas site. Once you join the Canvas site, you'll see that you have a navigation bar here on the left. I'm going to walk you through the features that are here and how they're set up for this specific course and just how they work in Canvas in general. So once you've accepted the invitation, this will be the landing page, the home page for this course. You'll see that the course is set up in quests or modules. I'm calling the modules quests for this course. There are 8 quests we'll be working through in this course. You can link to those quests from here, and you can also get to those quests from here by clicking on modules. So if you want to go to quest 1, you can get there by clicking on the quest 1 icon here, or by going to modules and clicking on quest 1 there. And I'll show you how that works. You may first want to check out the course syllabus. So the syllabus page has all the important information you need to know about the course, the purpose of the course, the learning outcomes, what you're expected to know and be able to do, how you will be assessed, and what specific technologies we'll be exploring for each of the 8 quests in the course. You'll also see a timeline here of when we're going to be working on these quests, which specific weeks in the course we will be working on each quest. You'll also see some information here about the grading policy, which I'm going to discuss in more detail a little bit later. And then for more syllabus details, you can click here to view the entire syllabus. This will open up a Google Doc that looks like this, and will show you just a little bit more detail about the course. That's linked here at the bottom. Also, here is a student guide for Canvas. So if you're new to Canvas, you may want to take a few minutes to explore the student guide. There are how-tos for everything that you're going to need to do in Canvas. I think you'll find Canvas to be very user-friendly, but if there's something you need to do in Canvas that you cannot figure out, the student guide will help you out. You can either use the menu they've set up to drill down into a specific topic you're looking for, or you can just do a keyword search to find something that you need. After the syllabus page, you may want to take a look at the outcomes page. On the outcomes page are listed the specific learning outcomes for this course. These learning outcomes, again, are listed on the syllabus, so you'll see those here as things that you should understand, things you should know and be able to do by the end of this course. So those are here. And what you'll find throughout the course is that these learning outcomes will show up in your assignments. So assignments throughout the course will be tied back to these specific learning outcomes. So the idea with the assignments with grades for this course is to track your progress toward mastering these learning outcomes. And you can take a look at those here, and again, those will crop up for you again and again in assignments throughout the course. We're going to have, most of the work you're going to be doing in this course will be self-paced. You're going to be working asynchronously, which means you'll be working at your own time, on your device. We won't always have to be at the computer at the same time, but we are going to have 5 synchronous meetings throughout the semester. So that's 5 times this semester where we will actually need to be at a device at the same time, and those meetings will happen in Canvas. Primarily, those synchronous meetings are going to happen at the end of a quest. So for example, when all quest 1 work is completed, we're going to have an online meeting where we're asynchronous. We're all meeting at the same time, and we'll reflect on and discuss and interact with our learning from quest 1, and then we'll prepare for quest 2. And then at the end of quest 2, we will meet again. And we will determine collectively as a group the best dates and times for those synchronous meetings. I'll be sending out a poll, and the poll will also be embedded on the homepage here of the course. and the poll will allow you to give me the best date and time that works for you for those synchronous meetings. Once everybody responds to that poll, I'll send you out a calendar of those specific meetings when they are scheduled. If there happens to be a meeting that you cannot attend, I'll be recording all of them so you can watch the recording in place of attending the meeting if that's something you need to do. So what I'd like to do is take you now into the modules. So I'm here on the modules page, and each of these modules contain content and assignments for you. So I'm just gonna start here at the top and walk you through these modules and show you how the modules are structured and how you can progress through those modules. The first module is the departure module. The departure module is just getting us up and running with the course. So there's the course overview, just an intro to the course. This video will be posted there. There's the course syllabus. There's a meet and greet discussion board where I'd like for you to just post a video or audio welcome so we can all get to know you. And then just a couple of other housekeeping things that need to be taken care of at the beginning of the course. And then you'll see here some discussion boards in the headquarters quest. These discussion boards are, and this items of interest, these are specific places with specific purposes. So this first one is a coffee and conversation. That discussion board is for non-course related topics. So if you find, a really cool website or a funny BuzzFeed post or something you want to share with the group, you can post that here and you guys can reply to each other, have a conversation. I'll be checking in on this as well. But this is just for sort of personal community building conversations, anything you just like to share with the group that's not necessarily related to the course. And then you'll see we also have a course Q&A discussion board, and this is for course-specific questions. So if you have a question about an assignment or a question about a due date or anything like that, please post those questions here to the course Q&A. I'll be checking that daily. Also, I'm hoping that you'll be stopping in and checking out that discussion board. So perhaps a student asks a question and you could reply to your classmate with a response. There's also an items of interest page, which is empty for now, but as interesting discussions occur or interesting things are shared, or I find a topic, an article, or something that I think you might be interested in, I'm going to post those here. And I'll just post announcements in the course to say, hey, you might want to check out such and such that was just posted to the items of interest page. So just you can stay up to date with that just to check out some cool, interesting items related to the course. One thing you may notice is that at the end of each quest is an opportunity for you to earn a badge. So this course uses gamification, and you'll learn a little bit more about gamification in Quest 7. But what gamification does is it takes gaming mechanics, so processes and strategies that work in gaming, and then applies those to non-gaming settings like a course. So I'm using experience points and badges to apply gamification to this course and just give you some experience using something that you're going to be learning about in this course. At the end of each quest, you'll have an opportunity to earn a badge. And then these badges you can add to your Canvas profile page. I will show you how to do that a little bit later. You won't be earning the badges yourself. I'll be awarding the badges to you. So you don't need to go and do anything to finish, to make the badge happen. I will be keeping up with who's completed each quest. And once you complete an entire quest, I will go in and award the badge to you. Once I've awarded the badge to you, at that point you'll need to go and click on the badge that's going to be at the bottom of the modules list. And once you do that, it's not going to let me because there are no active students in here. But once you click on the badge, it's going to ask you if you want to accept the badge. It'll tell you that the badge has been awarded and ask you if you want to accept it. And there's just a little box you need to check to accept that badge and add it to your page, your Canvas profile. And that's going to be the case at the end of each quest. There'll be opportunities to earn badges. The next quest to check out is just a list of tutorials. All of these are tutorials for web tools we'll be using this semester. There are a lot of tutorials here. You may not necessarily be using all of these web tools, but we will be using quite a few. And some of these will be just sort of optional tools for various assignments in the course. So if you're ever faced with a new tool, maybe there's a tool embedded in an assignment, or I ask you to use a specific tool for a task, and you're not sure how to use that tool, check out the tutorials module. You can expand it and collapse it just by clicking on the word tutorials. And every tool that I'm asking you to use in the course has a tutorial here in this tutorials module. So that's a resource for you to check out later. So these first three modules here are sort of just pre-class information, things that you need to know before we really get going with the course. The headquarters will be something you'll return to again and again, and the tutorials will likely be something you'll return to again and again. Quest 1 is where the course really begins. So this is where we really start interacting with the content and interacting with each other. You'll see that each quest starts with a quest overview and then ends with a badge and a bridge to the next quest. So let me walk you through the structure. Right now I'm on the modules page, and so you'll want to return there to complete your assignments and to explore the content here. But Canvas has made it really easy for you to progress through the content and the tasks within each quest. I'm going to begin with the Quest 1 overview. The overview page will show you the learning outcomes for this specific quest, and it will give you just a quick intro what the quest is going to be about, and you'll see a list of tasks in that quest. So every task in Quest 1 is linked here on this Quest 1 tasks. So I could get to the tasks from here, or I can just click the next button and go ahead and take a look at the first task. So everything that's listed as a page in Quest 1, you can get to those just by clicking next, 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 next. And the next button will just take you completely through Quest 1. So that's an easy way to just move from one page to another and make sure you don't miss anything in any of the quests. Now each of these content pages within the quest I'm calling levels. So this is a level about the SAMR model, and each level has 3 different components. The first component is login. In the login component, that's where you're just going to get a quick introduction to the topic of that content page or that level. And then the second component is play. In the play section of each level, that's where you're going to really dig in to the topic. You're going to interact with the topic some, you're going to explore some resources, and perhaps even complete some task. And then there's the level up component, the third component. The level up component just wraps up what you've done here and leads you into the very next piece of the quest. So you'll see I keep moving through Quest 1, and I've just explored 2 content pages or 2 levels, and now I'm at the first assignment, which is here. Now each assignment will have a rubric that'll show you what I'm looking for with that assignment, and the rubric will also link you back to specific learning outcomes that I showed you here on this page. So you can see as you complete tasks which learning outcomes you're developing through those assignments. Now back on the modules page, you'll see I was on the Quest 1 overview, and then each of these tasks are the things I would advance through if I just keep clicking next. It's going to take me one page at a time until I get to the end of Quest 1. When you get to the end of Quest 1, you'll see 3 different badges here. And these badges are just to represent the number of experience points that you earn in Quest 1. So I'll show you a little bit more about gamification, and let's talk some about the badges. So on the syllabus page, you'll see a little bit of information here about the grading structure for this course. So there are rubrics for major assignments. Those are in Canvas. You're going to be earning experience points for each task you complete in the course. As you earn experience points, those experience points are tied to specific badges or specific levels of each badge. So within a given quest, if you earn anywhere from 0 to 10 experience points, or XPs, you will get the Explorer badge. If you earn from 11 to 20 experience points, you'll get the Journeyman badge. And if you earn from 21 to 30 experience points, you'll earn the Master badge. Each quest is worth a total of 30 experience points. So as you earn those experience points throughout the quest, then you're determining which badge you will be awarded at the end of that quest. And then here's how the experience points will translate to grades at the end of the semester. And I apologize for the spacing. When I pasted it in here, it got rid of some of my spacing. I'll go back in and fix that. So as you earn experience points, those experience points will lead to badges, and then the badges will be converted, your experience points and badges will be converted to grades at midterm and at the end of the semester. If you have any questions about the gamification structure, the grading, please feel free to contact me. It's explained here and then also on the syllabus itself. Now, I'd also like to take you to to the student checklist. So there's one specific tool that I think might be helpful for you as you progress through the course, and you can find it here in the departure module. In the departure module is a student checklist. The student checklist looks like this. This is a checklist just to help you stay on track with the tasks for each quest and to remind you of due dates for each quest. So within a quest, there are not specific due dates for small assignments, small tasks that you'll complete within the quest, but each quest has an overall due date. So you can see everything in the departure module needs to be completed by August 29th. That's just the very beginning things. I want you to read the syllabus. You're going to set up a blog. You're going to do the meet and greet discussion board, and you're going to take a pre-assessment. All those things need to be done by this date. And then all of the Quest 1 tasks need to be completed by this date. So you'll see these dates here will help you stay on track with due dates for the course. And so use this checklist if it's something that's helpful for you. If it's not, don't worry about it. You may want to use the online version, or you may want to print it out and have something to check off as you work. That's just a resource, a tool for you to help you stay on track. And the final thing I'd like to show you is just one neat feature in Canvas that lets you receive notifications of things that happen in the course. So when there's activity in the course, you can sign up to be notified for that. I want to show you how my notifications are set up and show you how you might do that as well. What you'll need to do is click on your name, which should be in the top right corner of your screen when you're logged into Canvas. It's going to ask you to log in again just to make sure you are who you say you are. Once you sign in, you'll see your settings here. So these are my settings. On your settings page, the first thing you'll want to do is connect any services you use that you would like to be integrated with Canvas. I've integrated Google Docs, which I use a lot, and Twitter, which I also use a lot, but I have not integrated any of these other services. But these are ones that I could integrate if I wanted to. So if you are on Facebook a lot and you want to be notified in Facebook when there's new activity in the course, you can attach your Facebook account to your Canvas account, and that will allow you to get notifications. So click on any of these services here to log into those services and integrate them with Canvas. Once you've done that, on the left you'll want to click on Notifications. When you go into Notifications, you're going to see that there are a ton of options for you here. These are all different activities that happen in the course. You can choose, your list will look a little different than mine because mine is a list of things an instructor would want to stay current with. You'll see that you can determine how you get notified and when you get notified for all of these different course activities. So for example, if you have a due date coming up, do you want to get an email or a Twitter notification or a Facebook notification when there are due dates? Or if something is graded, you have an assignment graded, do you want to get notified about that through email or through Twitter or through Facebook or through LinkedIn or any of those other services? If you don't turn on any of these notifications, the only place you'll be notified with course changes is in Canvas itself. You'll have to remember to go into Canvas and check and see if things have been graded, if announcements have been posted, if new content has been added, or if you have an assignment coming up soon. You'll have to go into Canvas and check that yourself. If, however, you turn on some of these notifications, Canvas will work with those other tools to remind you of things, to let you know when an announcement has been posted, to let you know when you have a new grade on an assignment, to remind you when something is coming up on your calendar. So you can determine which tools you use for notifications and how often you get those notifications. So when you hover over any of these cells in this table, you'll see that you have 4 options. So for example, with announcements, if you want to be notified every time I make an announcement to the course, that would be the ASAP notification, and that's the check mark here. That says notify me right away. So that means when I make an announcement in the course, you're going to get an email notification or a Twitter notification or a Facebook notification ASAP right away. Or you can choose to get a daily summary. You'll see that I have a couple of activities set to daily. So what the daily summary does is it sends you an email or a Twitter or a Facebook, a daily summary of everything that happened that day with that specific course activity. So I like to get, as an instructor, I like to get a daily email when things are submitted. So at the end of the day, I get an email from an instructor that tells me all the things that have been submitted that day. And it keeps me from having to go into each assignment and see if new submissions have been made. So that's the daily. Or you can also get a weekly summary, or you can turn off notifications. So if any of these are by default on and you want them to be off, just click the X and turn off the notification for those specific course activities. You'll see that I have some notifications turned off. So wherever there's not a notification, that's one that I have turned off. So take a few minutes once you get settled into Canvas and set up these notifications. It'll really help you manage course activities throughout the semester. There'll be a lot of action on our discussion boards. You're going to be getting a lot of grading and feedback from me. I'll be posting announcements very regularly, and all of that information can be pushed out to you through whatever tools you choose. And this video, again, will be posted to the course overview site, which is in the departure module, if you need to return to it later.